Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is take 3 now. I've realised whenever I talk for a minute or I sit down to film these videos, this is probably the most talking I've done all day because I don't really go out anywhere at the moment. It's all shut anyway. So I start talking a lot, and that gives me the indigestion problems. So what I've started doing to fix that problem is filming a fake video beforehand, like a minute. I will just talk to the camera for a minute, and then I get those problems past them, and then I can do a video. Anyway, today's video is a requested video, but they didn't want their name in a video. So, you know, hopefully you watch this, hopefully you enjoy, hopefully everyone does. But just before I show you all my picture discs, I just want to go over the basics. Now, I can't go too far into the technical side of things because I don't understand it myself. But from what I do understand, a picture disc is essentially a record that has a very thin layer of film or some kind of plastic, I'm not sure what it is, that has the image on it. That's how it works. And a lot of people will tell you that plastic or film, whatever it is, makes the record sound worse than it would on a regular black vinyl. Now, I don't have two versions of the same album to test that out for myself, so I can't tell you whether it's true or not, but I've never had a problem with any record I've ever owned on a picture disc. Not one. Because it just sounds great to me. So I guess the message is just do whatever you want. You know, people will tell you this, but they'll also tell you this. Just do what you want. I love them. Now, I don't really listen to them, only because I suppose my Sgt. Pepper's one I listen to, and Michael Jackson's Off the Wall I listen to, only because I don't have another version of those albums. But with the other ones I'm about to show you, I do. And I just prefer just the regular ones because I put these picture discs on show. If you go back in the channel a few months when I was in the old bedroom, you'll see picture discs in the frame on the back, in the backdrop, wherever. But yeah, let's start, shall we, with these ones. I didn't unbox them because they're still sealed. I plan to keep these ones sealed, but I showed them off on the channel a few weeks ago. I picked them up. We have ABBA with Super Trooper, lights are gonna find me, and the B-side, The Piper. Then we have ABBA with Lay All Your Love on Me. Amazing. On and On, the B-side. Sorry, I should actually do that. I don't know why it didn't occur to me. It's a video about picture discs. You kind of want to see them. And then we have The Winner Takes It All with the B-side Elaine. That's what the backs look like. Now, if you've been following the channel, well, I haven't done an ABBA video yet, but I'm a huge ABBA fan. Their Greatest Hits album is just flawless. From start to finish, every song is just amazing. They are so catchy and upbeat. Even when the songs are about heartbreak and distress, they're still so good. I absolutely adore ABBA. It's the strangest thing ever. You know, the reason why I haven't opened these is because, well, they're collector's editions, and the guy told me they were limited edition. I'm not sure, but hopefully they increase in value so I can make a profit in a few years. But I've got their Greatest Hits album on vinyl, which I absolutely adore with a burning passion. So I can listen to those albums just by listen to those songs by putting ABBA's Greatest Hits on, which I picked up ABBA's Greatest Hits a few months ago now, just because it was cheap. It was in the bargain bin in a Walmart. It was something like $8 or £8. I just fell in love. They are so catchy, and it's been incredibly helpful. I'm not sure whether I told you, but when I was having my surgery, they let me put some music on, and I played ABBA's Greatest Hits because that's just what I'm really into at the moment, and it's really upbeat. And the surgeon and all the nurses were really happy, but they liked ABBA too. And it was just a great experience, you know. ABBA helped me get through that time. A lot of other bands were, anyway. They all were singing ABBA and everything was happy. It was really stressful and anxiety-inducing moment in my life. It really helped. Anyway, absolutely adore ABBA. So next up, this is the one that I just got done listening to before I filmed. We have Michael Jackson's Legs. No, this is Off the Wall. Now, my biggest problem with picture discs, or at least the ones I found, is the packaging it comes in is terrible. And I know you're supposed to be able to see it, that's the appeal, but I could put this in a frame, you know, it would be up in a frame protected, and you could at least, you know, look after it a bit more. I mean, this thing's breaking, I need to get a new one. My plan is to buy some extra sleeves and put these on some like dust-proof sleeves or something. But this sounds great. There he is, with that cheesy smile. I mean, such a cheesy, just, this album's fantastic. I love, obviously loving ABBA and the Bee Gees. I love disco. I've become a huge fan of disco, and this is released in 1979. This is one of the, you know, one of the last big disco records before the death of disco. And Michael Jackson just killed it. Amazing. Somebody messaged me because I say killed it, and they weren't sure whether that means it's bad or good. It might be British slang, but killed it means amazing. Like, absolutely smashed it. I try and leave out the British idioms, the British stuff in these videos, but it's hard. Somebody thought I was Canadian, off topic, but I had someone who thought I was Canadian, and okay. Anyway, lyric sheet, but it's literally like, it's a bit cardboard. It's not like, you know, it's not the best. Best song on this album has got to be Rock With You All Night. Such a great song. I love this album. Yeah. Oh, this is the one I haven't covered on the channel yet. We have, I cannot for the life of me say this woman's name. I cannot do it. We have and the Banshees. Sweeksy. Maybe someone can comment how you pronounce it. Siouxsie. Sweeksy and the Banshees. She's amazing. She's a post-punk masterpiece. This album is anyway. And some of their other albums. But I cannot say her name. That lady. I cannot say that lady's name to save my life. Best song. So there's two great songs on this album. We have Mirage, which is just flawless. And then we have a cover of Helter Skelter. Now, the Helter Skelter cover, it's very, you know, Helter Skelter was the heaviest and brashest song in the 60s. But this covers, it builds up in the chorus, but it's very dark and gritty. And, you know, she swears in it, which is weird to hear swearing in a Beatles song. You know, like the F word. They never used to say the F word and things like that. But amazing. Now, talking about the Beatles, the last two I'm going to show you are both Beatles records. So this one's not in a sleeve, and I'm not sure why. But this one was the one that was just on display. We have, guess what it's called? We have Abbey Road by the Beatles. Beautiful. I'll get it out and show you. Now, this is the 2019 reissue. It's weird, it's been a year since I picked this up. I've got a regular version, like a 2009 reissue on record, of just plain black vinyl, which sounds amazing. And to be honest, I listened to that one mainly because I enjoy the mixes more than the 2020 mixes. But it does sound great. I don't usually listen to it because I've had it up on display. It was on display for at least 7 months, you know, and it doesn't sound, it does skip, but it only skips because it was in a case for so long, you know. But, you know, I ain't got anything to say about Abbey Road. It's one of the greatest albums of all time. If you're here and you haven't listened to it, then you probably don't exist. Now, this is, next up, the other Beatles one, which I put in a sleeve. Now this I don't have another copy of Sgt. Pepper, so I do listen to this one, hence why it's in a proper sleeve. When I got this, so this is the 2017 remaster or reissue or fucking whatever you want to call it. Oh, Sergeant Pepper's. And it came in a plastic bag. Like, the others have these sleeves, these sort of vinyl sleeves, which are great. But this just came, it was literally a plastic bag that as soon as I took it out, it ripped. And that's not from me being really clumsy, it just ripped because it's bad. So I put it in a proper sleeve anyway. Everyone knows the back of Sergeant Pepper's. And then we have, get it out, Sergeant Pepper's on a vinyl. That's so cool. My favourite bit about this, my favourite thing is the back. Look at that. When that's spinning, that looks amazing. I absolutely adore that. Well, the B-side, not the back. The B-side. Just amazing. Fucking fantastic. And it's such a good album. I know I said that The Revolver is my favourite Beatles album, and it is, but a close second, like an inch close second, is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. But yeah, I mean, those are my picture discs. If you are going to get into collecting, I would recommend you buy them to put them on display. You can buy them to listen to them if you want, and that's perfectly fine. I haven't noticed any difference in sound, but mainly you should buy them to put them on display. And also, they're kind of expensive. They're usually a lot more expensive than the regular album. This, I can't say her name, the Swixy album I got was on sale when I picked it up. That's why it's on picture disc. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again next time. Take care.